How do you translate not just words, but a feeling across more than 1,000 years? It's a huge challenge, right? Well, today we're going to dive into one of China's most beloved poems to see how the poet Li Bai did just that, how he captured the beauty of a goodbye and turned one single moment into something absolutely eternal. So, this is Seeing Meng Haoran Off to Guangling from Yellow Crane Tower. It was written by the legendary Li Bai, who was known as the poet Immortal of the Tang Dynasty. And what it's really about is this farewell between two of the greatest poets of their time. It's just a masterclass in how you can express these deep, powerful emotions through really subtle and beautiful imagery. But before we even start breaking down the meaning, let's just experience the poem the way it was meant to be heard, as music. You know, the sound of the original language, that's where the feeling really lives. Just listen to the rhythm and the flow of it.
故人西辞黄鹤楼，烟花三月下扬州。孤帆远影碧空尽，唯见长江天际流。
And now, let's hear an interpretation in English that really tries to capture that same spirit. My dearest friend departs the west from Yellow Crane Tower, through smoky mists of spring to Yangzhou he'll journey on. A single sail's far shadow fades in the vast blue sky, till only the great Yangtze River is seen, to heaven's edge flowing by.
Okay, so let's get into this, line by line. Each one is like a single brushstroke in a beautiful ink painting. And when you put them all together, they create this incredible emotional landscape.
So the poem kicks off with this word, gu ren. Now this doesn't just mean friend. It means old friend, somebody you share a really deep history with, someone you have this profound respect for. Think about the difference between saying my coworker and my brother. All of that shared experience is just baked right into that one word. It immediately sets this tone of sincere, heartfelt affection.
And get this, the goodbye happens at Yellow Crane Tower. This was not just some random spot. This was a famous, almost mythical place, tied to all these stories about immortals ascending to heaven. So by setting this really personal farewell right here, Li Bai elevates the whole moment. He's suggesting that some goodbyes feel truly monumental, like they're part of a much bigger, timeless story. All right, this next line is where the poem's atmosphere just completely blossoms. And the key, the absolute heart of it, is the phrase Yanhua. It paints this stunning picture of the season. This is just the magic of poetic language right here. Literally, Yanhua translates to smoke flowers, but what it makes you feel is so much richer. It conjures up this dreamlike, hazy spring morning with willow catkins drifting like smoke through fields of blooming flowers. It's not just a description, it's a whole sensory experience. And the destination, Yangzhou? In the Tang Dynasty, that was the place to be. It was this thriving hub of culture and commerce. So this isn't just some trip. His friend is heading off toward a bright, vibrant future. It's a feeling we can all recognize, right? When you see a friend move away for some amazing new opportunity. Now, you'd probably expect a farewell poem to be pretty sad, you know, full of tears and regret. But this one feels different. It's filled with this kind of bright, expansive beauty. Which, of course, leads to a very important question. Why isn't this a sad poem? I mean, really. The answer isn't just in the words themselves, but in everything happening around the moment. The entire context here points away from sorrow. So here's the crucial point. This goodbye is framed by just overwhelming positivity. It's taking place in a prosperous time, during the most beautiful season of the year, on a journey to an amazing city, and it's between two masters of their craft. It feels less like a loss and way more like a celebration of a friend's awesome journey. We also know that Li Bai, who is the younger of the two, deeply admired the more established Meng Haoran. So this poem isn't just about friendship, it's colored by Li Bai's profound respect. Think of it like this. It's that feeling of watching a mentor you really look up to get a huge promotion. You're not sad they're leaving your team, you are just so incredibly proud and happy for them. Okay. Let's get to the final two lines, because this is where Li Bai does something truly masterful. He captures the very last moments of this departure by almost stretching time itself. So, in this line, the focus just narrows dramatically. Li Bai's gaze is fixed on that single, lone sail of his friend's boat. We see it through his eyes as it gets smaller and smaller, just a tiny speck against this vast, empty blue sky. And he just keeps watching.
The line implies he's standing there for a really long time, long enough to see that sail completely disappear over the horizon. It's like when you stay at the airport gate until the plane is nothing but a dot in the sky. That extra moment of watching, that's an act of deep, lingering attention. It shows just how much that person means to you.
And only after the boat is completely gone, when there is literally nothing left to see of his friend, only then does his gaze finally shift. And what's left? The immense, unending Yangtze River, just flowing on and on until it seems to merge with the sky itself.
And this just brilliantly illustrates the poem's core emotion. The friend, the boat, all the tangible signs of the farewell, they're gone. But what's left behind is the river. And that vast, powerful, ever-flowing river becomes a symbol of Li Bai's affection, a feeling that doesn't stop when his friend is out of sight, but flows on forever, as vast as the river itself.
So in the end, Li Bai doesn't give us a story about sadness. He gives us a portrait of this beautiful, admiring affection. He immortalizes that feeling of watching someone you care about head off toward a bright future, and that connection that lasts long after they've disappeared from view.
It leaves us with this timeless question, doesn't it? Li Bai captured his moment in a poem. For the rest of us, it really makes you wonder, how do we hold on to a moment that's beautiful precisely because it's fleeting? How do we learn to appreciate the river after the sail is gone?